You do not need to have a ton of money in order to jump into this hobby. Whether you're a collector, whether you're an investor, whether you are a seller, reseller, you're passionate because you play the game, the TCG, you're traveling around trying to win these tournaments. Maybe you just like the art because you're a Dragon Ball fan. Ram, I grew up on Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. I'm in the mangas. I'm talking about Moro and Granola and Gas and Black. You know, you're just in it. Here's a small little bit of value cards, valuable potential. $10 or less that you can jump into this hobby. Now, a couple of these, I'm going to give you an example of real life sales where you can pick this up raw for obviously less than $10 and have a lot of room for profits, for potential. Now, some of them don't have that example because we're talking about day one. I am the example. I think I see some room in these cards to really be some knockouts considering they're $10. So buckle up. Make sure you're paying attention. Let's get rid of this AI slop and start with the first of 7 cards that we got here. Up first, SBO2 021 Gotens. If you are a Gotens fan, which many of them exist in this world, it's not all Vegeta, it's not all Goku, it's not all Goku. Little brother's got a little love. This is one of the few cards that are rare in the SBO2 world booster box that come with this beautiful color. Typically, you'll see them with the foil or the black and white. And because of that, because the fact that it's only $4, I think there's a little bit of room here. I put in $20 investment. I'm in $25. I'm talking about maybe potentially $100 card, especially the right buyer, the right collector, the right person that says, wow, I love it when Goten's and Trunks do the little dance and now they're one. So I think with the manga SBO2 Gotens, I think there's a little bit of room here. I think the color pops. I think this would look really good. I'm going to say it, particularly in a PSA. I think BGS would look really good too, but I think PSA, because it's already got the red, nice little highlight with this red accent that you have, would look really well. I mean, look at this color scheme here on the side. I think it's beautifully done. I think there's a lot of potential. Do I think this is a top card? No, but chances are if you've ripped and you're looking at your bulk cards, you have 1 or 2 of these in. You got Gotensen, I guarantee. Especially if you've ripped this. So make sure you take a look at this. This is a great card under $10 that I think if you put in another 15, 20 bucks for grading, you wait, because this is like fine wine, baby. It's like the MILFs and the Cougars. You're so busy chasing these 20-year-olds, you don't see this fine glass of wine right in front of you. And I think this has got some of that potential, some of that long-term holdness. Do I think it's going to explode and be a $100 card? No, it's a rare. It's Goten's. There's better Goten's cards out there. Yeah. But if I pick this up or I likely already have it to grade it, yeah, I can see this being a even $75 to $100 graded slab. Number 2, the GOAT himself. You will either allow the planet to blow up or you will die. I mean, it's really up to that. Vegeta's Saiyan royal blood has been spilled. This low-class Saiyan has challenged him, has pushed him to his brink. Gala gun, baby. Great art. If you notice, it's an SR. It's got that nice gold. It's got that nice green. It's got reminiscence of like a lot of these top Broly cards with that green and gold. The championship Broly energy marker that gives slight nods or really heavy nods to Rivals Clash #2 hit. Alt art. That's a great art. That's great color scheme. So this card itself, it's iconic. It's day one Vegeta. $6 or less. Again, another card you likely already have if you've ripped inside of your collection right now. This is sitting in your binder, I guarantee you. This is the top card that you can send out and grade. I've already sent them out. I would encourage you to do the same. I think this one has a big hit to be a $7,500, maybe even higher, probably $100 plus. If we have Son Goku's SR from the same manga specialty set, selling as a PSA 10, a BGS 10 at $200, $250, why can't this one? It's not a close-up shot, a little less color, but for Vegeta fans with that green and gold, absolute top contender. $6 or under? You probably already have this. Sitting down, take out your binder, go run to the back. I think I do, Ram. I think I got that. And I didn't buy McDonald's this week, so I got an extra $20. I might check that out. This one I got a little bit of evidence for. I've talked about this card in the past, either briefly or in depth. If not, I'm going to review it again today. $8. Son Goku SBO2023. Now, Super Saiyan 3 in general is not my favorite. Weird eyebrow thing going on. It was done off screen. If you watch the anime, it was just a reminder of like, damn, dude, you had all this cool opportunity to fight Majin Vegeta. He didn't, that was stolen from you. Like, you could have done that. Like, you didn't have to be in just Super Saiyan 2. You could have done 3 and really pushed it. I digress. $8, I think, is a big card. Now, one thing I do know about Super Saiyan 3 is that, though I personally am not a huge fan of it, a lot of collectors are. A lot of people that enjoy this manga really turn and look at this. I mean, it's very different than what we've seen, right? At the time of this release, at the time of the reveal, I mean, his hair went that long. Like, it was almost comical. But it's absolutely great card. That gold, yellow, kind of little hint of rainbow. Beautiful card, under $8. There's a ton of copies. Look, it's pretty, yeah, you know what, whatever. All right, it got a little peak because of, we're crazy people, but, $6, $7, $8 card, not bad. Again, another card that you probably have, one that's clearly readily available, even under $10. A great card to look into. Absolute banger. Now, this is one I actually have data on, right? Because a lot of these cards, people aren't, at least in this infant state of Dragon Ball, aren't looking to do these SRs and Rs because they're fighting over the super altars. They're fighting over the altars. They're fighting over gold energy mark. They're so focused in the clouds, they're not looking down here in the level. They're not like Ram, right? But we got a couple of those examples. BGS 10. It's so funny, centering 9.5. That's always a thing with them. I mean, it's still great center. $150 sold July 14th. As of the day of this recording, that was like 4 or 5 days ago. I post these the front. I post these up ahead. So you just took, let's call it a $10, even less. $10 card, added in an extra 15, 20 bucks. Let's just call it in 30, 35 bucks. And now you got a confirmed recent sale BGS 10 for 150 bucks. This is what I'm talking about. You took a little bit of money. You skipped out on your Mickey D's, your 20-piece nuggies, and your extra sweet and sour. You had this card in your binder, and you said, I'm going to take those dice, and I'm going to roll with it. I'm all in with Ram Fam. There's your proof. I mean, we're going to see the same thing when these come back. I promise you. I'll make it so. You're going to see the same thing here. I've talked about this card. I love this card. I talked about it on my live streaming on Whatnot. Make sure you're there. I talked about it here. I've talked about it on Instagram. I can't shut up enough about this card. The red border, SBO2, peak transformation, beautiful art, just zoomed in enough, but not too far, not too close. I can't find one flaw with this card, and there's still a ton of copies. I probably, look at this, you should probably buy, actually, that one might be gone by the time this drops, but you should be picking up this card, clamoring. You should be fist fight. This should be Black Friday 2002, fist fighting people at the door for this card. The potential on this bad boy, unlimited. If this random ass Sun Goku, still an SR, same set, I think underneath, below the Gohan, sells for 150, what do you think this guy's going for? I think this one is going to match what we see with the Sun Goku. It's going to be a $250 card rated. And I'm sorry, I mean, I got my stack right here. I'm going to do a video on it later. She going. She going, chat. She going out there. I'm a chef that's eating his own cooking. Yeah, I'll make you food, but daddy's taking a bite too. I can't grade all these. You don't want to grade them? Don't grade them. You want to buy them to hoard them because you know Ram Fam's going to buy them? Fine, I don't care. Trust me, I already got mine. But this is a card you should definitely, absolutely be picking. No doubt about it. A lot of potential here. I can make an argument if the Sun Goku SR can do 250, I can see this one doing 300. Honest to God. It's not hard. And you're probably sitting there like, there's no way, Ram. Well, did you see Sun Goku? This card, look, I'll show you. This card right here. $250 consistently. I think there was one sale that brought it down. That was like 200 and something. Okay. Even if it's a $200 card, you put into it 30 bucks. 30. What's your rush? You didn't order your Mickey D's. Maybe you asked for one more special request on OnlyFans. I don't know. Maybe your P-Hub account can just be disabled for 1 month and you stick to Reddit like the rest of the schmucks. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm just telling you where you should put it. This is where you should put it. Because everything else is going to be a loss. This is going to be a win. Guaranteed. You cannot miss. Ram Fam must be an investor. I've never invested anything. I just know Dragon Ball. I know this world. I know how people work. Sun Goku, FBO4, 059, $10 card. Right on the money. Alt art. Okay. To be honest. Okay, I'm just being honest here. Probably not my favorite set, Ultra Limit. Of all sets, Ultra Limit's not my favorite. It's got this weird thing going on with the booster boxes and the cases. Don't get me started. But this particular card, I actually, just personally as a collector, love it. I'm obviously a huge fan of green. I have Ninja Turtles tattooed all over my arm. So I'm a huge green guy. My other favorite color is blue. I love, he's puffed. This dude's puffed up, dude. Got a little blow up fish right now. Kamehameha, giving it his all. I really like this card. I love the color. This is kind of like how I envision people will see the Sun Goku. I'm sorry, Gohan. This is for me near flawless of a card. So I had to add it in here. And when I added it in here, I also looked PSA 10, June 27th, not that long ago. Look, this card's only gone up. $105, fixed price. $105. So again, a card that you likely have in your binder right now. And if you don't, $10. $11 with shipping. You're talking $13 with sales tax. So $12. Let's call it $12. And this thing's already got sales. And this is even in, look, this is only gone up. That's offer $100. So look, in auction, this thing went for $65, $66 in March. We weren't really in a crazy scenario. In May, yeah, we were kind of getting there, $90. In May, later, it was $95. And then in June, in a fixed price, $105. In a BGS 10 or a black label, because that's the only way Daddy rolls, how about a $400 or $500 card if it's a black labeled? $100, $150, $125. BGS 10. I mean, this is what, over a month ago now? And if you believe it, you're in a slump. Okay, then Ram, let's say you're right. Let's say we're in a slump. Then you should definitely do it. Because even in the slump, it still saw traction north. And if we're pulling north and we're doing it in a way that's supposed to be slow or supposed to be not as high, then you should definitely jump on this one. None of these sales were me, I swear. Big potential here, I think. Again, this one's kind of like you ever go to a VHS rental store and it's got like employees picks? This is my pick. This is just a me thing. You know, I don't think a lot of people appreciate this card. You know, look, it's gone down. So I guess you can make an argument, Ram, what, you know, what are you saying? I guess I can make an argument that it's probably going to be a $7, $8, $9, $10 card for a while. I mean, you're not going to make a bazillion dollars. That's not the intent here, but good card. Leader. Now, I chose only one leader. I've already talked about leaders in general, but if you're on our whatnot, when they're done with the golds, they're going to come for the silver. Now, this is the base leader card. It's not considered a silver. If you Google, you know, you search this card and you write silver leader card, nothing will pop up. Some D-wad on Reddit thought he was the cool. Oh, I showed you. Shut the. Okay, listen. There's two colors. There's a gold, there's a silver. You can't, you know, it's, yeah, I get it. It's gold and a base. It's like the norm, the average, the everyday. Yeah, I got that, man. I understand. But you know what the color is? It's silver. So I call it silver. I don't care what you call it. You call it a car. Well, it's not a car. It's an automobile. Well, it's not an automobile. It's a vehicle. But car, automobile, and vehicle, when we say those words, we all know what the hell we're talking about, right? So when I say silver, you know I'm not talking about the gold. So I say silver. Little rant. Guys on Reddit, wild up, man. Okay. So I got the silver, Vegeta, and I think all of them from manga SBO1, SBO2, you grade them. Every single one of them. I'm only going to pick on one today. I've already talked about this in the past. Again, join us on Whatnot. Dollar starts Tuesdays, 9 p.m., Saturdays, 10 p.m. We do rip and chips. We do dollar starts on all of our singles and slabs. We might do some surprise sets. I don't know how I feel about that gambling stuff. Anyway, big potential here. All of the sales that I could find were gold focused. But when they were done with when they focus on the silver, when they focus on the super alt arts, and that gets priced out, they go to the alt arts, right? When they go off after the gold energy markers, at a certain point, they're going to get priced out, and then they're going to go for the silver or the base. And I'm going to call it the silver energy marker. When they're done with the gold leaders, they're going to go after the silver. It's how it happens. If I can't get the top guy, I get the second guy. And on some rare occasions, if I can't get the second guy, I get the third guy. Now, there's not always a third guy, but there's always a second guy. This is your second guy. Easier to pool. Again, you likely have 2 or 3 of them inside of your binder. About a $10 card. I should have put the word ish. It's about $10-ish each. But you get the idea I'm trying to say, right? This has got a lot of potential. Everyone's going after the golds. When they're done with the golds, they're going to go for the silvers. Get ahead of the silvers now. Ram, what do you mean? Well, because there's a lot of listings, and you can still get them for pretty affordable prices, right? $15 or below pretty consistently ain't that bad. Again, if you've ripped and you're like me and you don't keep anything, I actually have one thing still. It is the Beyond Generations collector's box. I have 2 of them. It's the only thing I have sealed. Everything else I ripped. You have this card. And if you don't have it, you can readily get it available. You can get this. This isn't hard to get. Leaders work grade pretty damn well too. Check this one out, $10. The last one I have, little roll of the dice. FB10 set just came out. We're at the 17th. Just shy of a month. We're just over a month, probably knocking towards 40 days. So there's not a lot of these graded in general. A lot of the top hits, Sleepy Gohan, him and Bojack. I found a couple graded, a lot of 9.5s. When they're done with the super, they're going to go for the, and then the. I think this card is when he awakens, right? He's Super Saiyan 2. He walks through their little magic webs, breaks them with a punch or two, and he's going to go finish Bojack, right? It's been a little bit since I watched the movie. I did just go watch Garlic Jr. coming back, and it was Piccolo, Krillin, and Gohan fighting them. Man, that movie was a lot better than I remember. Anyways, so he's got Son Gohan childhood, FB10 122. He's got that aura walk. You know, he's Conor McGregor in it. In his prime, not now. $12. It's so new that this is really a first to market card. And it is a little bit higher than $10. Ram, it's $12. All right, but you order extra sweet and sour with your nuggets and you pay 50 cents. Relax. But if we look at this card in general, I wish it was a little bit more zoomed in. You know, this is the first to market. This is like a test run. So maybe if you don't, Ram, you know, it makes sense. All right, you know, I see the potential here. I see what you're saying here. I see what you're saying here. I understand the silver. This one, Ram, I'm not feeling it. Okay, if you're not feeling it, I'm not trying to convince you. I have a couple of these. They're in my to-do stack. I'm going to send them in slow and steady. Wins the race, baby. Because, you know, I ripped them. And I probably put $8, $9, $10. You know, you pay about the same price. I'll be in $25, $30 for the card. Do I think when it grades a 10 that it's going to be worth more than that? Absolutely. Do I think there's a huge market for it? I don't know. We'll find out. I'll let you know. You're going to see some Saiyan Collects sales up there soon. Maybe not, because I sell everything on Whatnot. None of that's in here. So anyways, I think this is a card that's a little slept on. SCR. You got the alt art. You got the, you know, the super. For $12, I'd risk it for Gohan. I love the green or the Bojack green. He's got the dad uniform. If you mess with him when he's got the Piccolo uniform, you probably mess with him when he's got his dad's. You know what I mean? It's just that much more aura. This was really a Gohan movie, right? So I think to a Gohan fan, Sleepy Gohan, you might be priced out. I mean, what is it? What is a raw? $300 plus? You get into a 10, what? We're talking about maybe a $600, $700, $800 card. That might not be the price point for some of these people. But I get this, I grade it, I can make it $100, maybe $150 card. That might still fit a little need that existed out there that you didn't even know about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. And I'm going to end it on this one. 7 cards that are about $10 or less that you should definitely be jumping into with the intent of grading. If you're looking for $10 or less from me and you say, Ram, I think this raw will go to 100. I don't think these are those. I think there's some room. I think this one's going to grow. I think this could be a $15, $20 card really far out there. I mean, absolutely no chance of reprints. You know, you can't find it sealed. And raw is just everyone's holding on to it. I can see this card being, you know, $20, $30, $40 for sure. But until then, I think this is a graded route that you need to go. So $10 or less. If you disagree with me, if you agree with me, share your thoughts and opinions in the chat below. We dollar start every Tuesday, 9 p.m. We dollar start every Saturday, 10 p.m. About 100 plus cards every night. We're doing rip and ships coming up soon. Make sure you follow us on Whatnot. Make sure you like and subscribe here. Make sure you check us out on Instagram. And I will be back tomorrow with some more beautiful news, more sharing of my knowledge. I'm going to keep on reaching into Pandora's box and give you the answers that you're looking for right here on Saiyan's Collects TCG. We'll see you.